6'5", number 1, Russell. At the other forward position, standing 6'9", number 14, Brandon Ingram. At the other guard position, standing 6'5".
This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Western Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court. Always excited for starting out the new season right, and they find themselves playing against Minnesota. Last season they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. I mean, but you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Minnesota, the athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Garnett out there with Towns, and it's Rubio in at the point guard position. The drive by Russell. That is good.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in the washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Kevin Garnett.
And here's the Lakers. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. This is to Randall. Shot clock at 6. Passes to Ingram. The feed now to Russell. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. On defense, the Lakers. Rubio outside. Pass to Levine. Garnett, the screen. Wiggins, right side. Pass to Towns. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Well, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Sam Mitchell. Doris, what's the news?
He has a very specific approach laid out. He told me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior. Guys?
All right, Doris, thanks. There's the pick. Here's the floater. Mozgov grabs the board.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Russell dishes to Mozgov. Here's Clarkson. The three-pointer off the mark.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Wasted no time on that one.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ricky Rubio, Clark, one of the most highly anticipated international players in recent memory to come into the NBA.
Yeah, he's got an awful lot of flash and substance to his game, and after much haggling and negotiating, he was finally allowed to join the Minnesota Timberwolves in 2011.
4 on the shot clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Let's take a look at some numbers for Rubio. Good season for him last year. Averaged 10 points per game, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And, guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And, fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
And back to Rubio, with the pressure of all that fanfare marking his arrival, he really focused in and hit the ground running. He was in Western Rookie of the Month, first month of the season, and he finished second to Kyrie Irving for Rookie of the Year.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Minnesota. Gorgie Dang comes in for Kevin Garnett. Pekovic with a screen. Wiggins kicks to Pekovic. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
You know, talking about Rubio, he re-upped for a huge contract extension last season. Despite some injury and shooting woes, he got $56 million over 4 years. Boy, that's a bunch of cheese for a guy that's still a bit of a question mark.
Larry Nance is checked in for the Lakers. Young comes in for Ball.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Taking 2 shots.
No good on the second free throw. Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's Rubio. That's good. Rubio's got his first 2 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Feeds it to Pekovic. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Wiggins has got his second basket.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Dang. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Burgess passes to Dang. Will it go? And he gets it to go.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And former coach of the year, Byron Scott, now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
Lakers trail by 8. 1:07 left in the first. And here we go. Fast break. Muhammad's got it. Ball's knocked loose. Dang with it. Nick Young on the wing. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Fast break, Minnesota. Rubio's got the ball. He gives them a double-digit lead.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Wirtz passes to Dang. The kick out to Young. To the inside. Nance dishes to Dang. Soft touch off the glass. Dang's got 5 points so far. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Now here's Rubio. Not a lot of room. Jang a screen. Here's Muhammad. They get it back.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
We've reached the end of the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 8. And we'll get the... And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
Russell is out there with Clarkson. Then there's Baller. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Mozgov in at the 5, down low. That's the Laker 5. Lakers trail by 8. Russell high post. He feeds it to Randle. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night. First game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the summer league, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
And it's Rubio penetrating. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And now it's a 12-point Timberwolves lead. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Rubio against Russell. 13 feet away. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Ingram passes to Clarkson to the wing on the left. A three-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 12. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Levine. He's covered by Clarkson. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now the pass to Ingram. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Here's Muhammad. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. And the Timberwolves lead by 14. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
And the Lakers making a change here. Calderon's checked in. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Minnesota. Wiggins comes in for Ricky Rubio. Clarkson kicks to Calderon. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Randle. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Timberwolves leading by 14.
You know, when you're bad or struggling in the West, things can go south in a hurry. I mean, the Wolves ended with the worst record in the league last year at 16-66, and a lot of those losses came in their conference.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Garnett misses.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Out to the wing. Here's the three. No good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Last season, the Wolves did struggle in conference, as was expected. 7-45 against the rest of the Western Conference.
Listen, nothing harder in sports than learning how to win. And there's no doubt that Minnesota took a lot of lumps as a young team last season. 3 of those conference wins that you mentioned, though, did come against playoff teams. So there's that little silver lining of hope.
Clock at 6. Tries from 10. Muhammad grabs the board.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
Calderon kicks to Mozgov, and stolen by Wiggins. Here's Levine. He's guarded by Calderon. Levine dishes to Wiggins. Launches it. Levine can't hit.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Kicks to Randall. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Floats one up. No good. And Minnesota will come the other way. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Wiggins. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And then for Minnesota, Nikola Pekovic comes in for Towns. And it's Jang in for Shabazz Muhammad. We've got 28 seconds left now here in the second. And stolen by Williams. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Nick Young with the slam.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam?
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
And, guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
Here's Pekovic. Plays it up and banks it in. Pekovic has got 5 now.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
And through the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Your Lakers, 18.
Hello again, everybody. This arena is packed, and the energy in the building obvious. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They're leading by 16. And we'll go to Kenny first. What'd you see out there?
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game. And that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a...
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade and are looking amped up and ready to get going once again. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, and he's the ringleader of their offense. And what we saw in that first half with his ability to keep everybody involved is the reason why they're playing well.
And that's just the thing. I mean, he knows how to share the sugar. He makes sure everybody gets a touch, and that keeps the offense balanced and productive.
Checking out the group for Sam Mitchell to start the second half. Rubio and LaVine teaming up in the backcourt. Towns is out there with Garnett, and it's Wiggins in at the 3. For Los Angeles, they have gone 1 of 3 at the line here.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that. Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
Inside. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Could it have been any other way? I mean, last season, KG returning to the Wolves. I mean, the entire city was buzzing for his return.
Timeout.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Kevin Garnett was once the star here and now is acting as the mentor for all these young Timberwolves players. He won't let them slack even for a moment on or off the floor.
You know, it's that competitive fire that made KG so great, Kevin, and Minnesota made a savvy move, I think, to get him into the locker room and back on the squad.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Towns, the pass to Rubio. No coverage that time. Rubio's got 6.
We're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Clarkson, rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his third rebound on the night. To the paint, 11 feet away. The rebound by the Lakers.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's tightly guarded. The dish to Mozgov. Stolen by Levine. Here's Wiggins. That's good. Wiggins has got 4 points in the quarter.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
A big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Clark, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup, it seemed, every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the future. I think it helped in regards to what they're going to do this offseason.
Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA. From last year's campaign. Fourth, Timofey Mozgov.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Dang comes in for Mozgov. And it's Calderon in for Jordan Clarkson. Minnesota also with the sub. Hill's checked in. Levine kicks to Towns. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And for the Lakers, obviously the big get for them was landing the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Getting a quality big to add to a roster with Kobe is huge. It made them a player, again, I believe, in free.